I'm Jeff Philbin, and this is Dinner Diaz. Ideas for dinner for you. Today, 3 courses of divine deliciousness as we make choosy lover's chicken and a cheesy sauce with linguine, plus a collard green dip and brace your waistline Cuban bread pudding. Joining me in the kitchen today is Kalia McDuffie, owner of 7th and Grove Restaurant and Lounge in Ybor City. Hello and welcome to the Dinner Deals Kitchen.
Hi, Jeff. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm excited. Later on, we'll be cooking up her choosy lover's chicken, which is fried chicken on a bed of linguine noodles, and we'll also find out where the name came from. But first, so it's ready by the end of the show, we got to start backwards. Cuban bread pudding.
Cuban bread pudding.
Okay, but not just any Cuban bread pudding. I see some Cuban bread here. Where are we getting it from? How are we doing this? What makes it so unique for you guys?
Well, what we wanted to showcase is flavors of Ybor.
Love it.
So we wanted to bring some flavors of Ybor and some flavors of 7th and Grove, and when you mix it all together, we got Hit Different. So our Hit Different is our dessert name for our Cuban bread pudding.
Okay.
So you can use any Cuban bread, but we choose to use our own in our backyard in Ybor City.
That's the way to do it.
So we got our Cuban bread, and the good thing about Cuban bread, you can eat it anytime. We keep it in the fridge, you keep it out the fridge.
And it freezes well too.
Yeah, and it freezes well. So even better.
Even better. Okay, so what's the first few steps here to get this going?
Okay, so we're gonna start with our heavy cream.
Okay.
Room temp, cold temp. You know you have some people, oh, I do mine at room temp, I do mine at this room temp. I do it at anything temp.
Okay. See, that's a spirit. You know it's gonna be good where it's just like, yeah, the temperature that you want to work with, that's the temperature it's gonna be.
It's all preference. Then my liquid egg.
Okay. Now liquid eggs for this one here?
Yes.
Okay.
Restaurants, we have liquid egg everywhere. So,
Okay.
but at home, use shelled eggs.
Perfect.
Crack you 2-3 shell eggs.
Okay.
We have melted butter, I already melted.
Nice.
So I'm gonna put that in there a little. Then I have my cinnamon.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like we're doing like our French toast.
Yep.
We got brown sugar.
Nice.
Yes. Add a little southern flair.
I love it. I love it because this is one of my
The
signatures.
Grove way.
The Grove way. Show me the ways to the Grove here.
And we're gonna use some white sugar.
Love it.
So I hope you're not on a diet.
No, this is one that like you know you can eat and enjoy because there's so much flavor. There's so much that goes behind this one. This is one. Hey, you know what? The diet's tomorrow. Today is about good food.
Because I'm on a diet every day. Here's my vanilla abstract.
All right, and that was just a little bit of vanilla.
Yes.
Okay.
And secret weapon.
Ooh.
Condensed milk.
Condensed milk.
Yes.
Now, what's the purpose of the condensed milk? What do you find when you're adding condensed milk into this recipe?
I like the texture it gives it and the flavor of condensed milk. It pulls everything together.
Nice.
Especially in the bread. And like I keep saying, this diet we're all on, right?
Uh-huh. Today's a cheat day, all right? Today's a cheat day for us. Today's a cheat day for you watching because to get this Cuban bread pudding ready for your dinner tonight, for your cheat night, Kalia's recipe is available at our website, dinnerdiaz.com, with all the ingredients you'll need ready for you to download and print. Just scan the QR code with your camera on the phone and a link will pop up straight to our site. All right.
So we're gonna go ahead and pour the mixture over in the Cuban bread.
Nice. And what's the trick here with making sure that you're going to get, you know, the proper cut and size with the Cuban bread? What are you looking for in terms of the size here? Let's just gonna bring one piece up here and just kind of see. So it's probably what, about 1.5 inches by about that? Yeah.
We like ours chunky.
Like, see, that's because it's gonna take up all this beautiful liquid flavor, all the sweetness, everything you need for it.
So we got that nice and wet. If you want to add a little more, you can add a little more. I'm going to add just a tad bit.
Okay.
Because like I said, ours is called Hit Different.
It hits different.
It's going to hit different. I promise you, it's going to hit different.
I love it.
Okay. We got a little mini skillet. If you don't have a mini skillet at home, use any type of baking pan.
I love it.
Any casserole pan. I know we got casserole pans, and they sell casserole pans everywhere.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Buttered my skillet.
Come on, you don't want it to burn. You don't want it to stick. Plus, it's butter, so I mean that's going to help it just bring even more
right.
flavor behind it. It hits different.
It hits different, I promise you. All the flavors in there.
Okay. And how many would this serve? Because I've got an idea in my head, you know, scoop of ice cream on top, and I'm just saying out loud, that's just me, but how many does it really realistically feed?
Well, this skillet is just for me.
See, exactly. So I wasn't that far off by saying just a scoop of ice cream.
Personal size.
All right, so this is the personal size for it. Okay, all right.
But, you know, if I want to be nice, it's for me.
You know, maybe,
can
you know,
share.
okay, all right.
Date
So
night.
maybe it's, you know, a little bite here, a little bite there. You share it with someone else there, scoop of the
Yes.
ice cream. I like it. So what happens next now that we've got it inside our buttered pan here?
We're going to put it in the oven on 350.
And that's it? That's done?
It's done.
Okay, fantastic. So when we come back, another use for Cuban bread as we make a delectable collard green dip with not one, not two, but 3 cheeses of deliciousness ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to the show with ideas for dinner, or as we call them, Dinner DeeAs. Kalia McDuffie is with us today. She owns 7th and Grove Restaurant and Lounge in Ybor City. Before the break, we made her Cuban bread pudding, which is puffing up right behind me in the oven. And later, we'll be making her fried chicken on a bed of linguine noodles. But first, another use of Cuban bread besides for the bread pudding, we're gonna be toasting and dipping it into these collard greens. And look, these smells are already fantastic to get the base going. So what do we have going on into the pan?
Right now we have our garlic and red onions.
Love it, love it. And collard greens.
Yep.
Going straight in now.
Going into collard greens.
Now these are already cooked.
Yep. These
What's the secret to collard greens? A really good collard green. What's the secret?
Dr. Glenn loves his very tender and soft.
And
I
Dr.
like
Glenn
mine
is your
with-
partner
Yes.
at 7th and Grove?
Yes.
Okay.
I like mine with a little bite.
A little bit of bite.
I like a little bite in mine, but he likes his tender.
Okay.
So the goal is to get it in between both.
I like that. I like it. And you guys are a team, and I want to be a team with you. Can I help you with the crostinis here?
Can you please?
All right, perfect. I'm going to help you with this piece of it here while you still kind of work on that dip here. And then walk me through a little bit about how and what I need to do with your crostinis, because I see some butter, I see some parsley. What do we got here that's kind of, you know, is this like a secret ingredient here for me?
No, not this actual recipes, but with our Cuban bread, we're cross-utilizing again. We're just going to use a little butter. The secret weapon would be the truffle seasoning
Okay.
and just some parsley flakes.
Okay, okay, okay.
And the parsley flakes are usually used for the color.
Nice, okay. Well, just a nice little bit of painting it. It's my little happy little butter bush here that I'm just gonna put on here. It's like that daytime part of, you know, a little Bob Ross action right here. Shout outs to Bob Ross there for that one.
I'm going to add the cream cheese.
All right, so the cream cheese is going straight in. Kalia's restaurant is 7th and Grove in Ybor City, and your motto is Eat, Vibe, Flourish. What does that mean to you?
It tells the whole story of 7th and Grove. 7th and Grove, it's me and Dr. Glenn. We own it as partners, and we wanted to bring something to our community. We wanted to offer something that our community didn't have for us, or people that look like us, or people that wanted to eat like us. So we came up with 7th and Grove, and our motto is Eat, Vibe, Flourish, because it's a place where we want you to come and eat. We call it Vibe because we're bringing different things to the table. We bring entertainment, we bring so much art. If you come inside our place, you'll see these beautiful murals on different walls in the place. And flourish. It's a place where we want you to be yourself, or whoever that is, and whatever it is, we want you to flourish at it.
I love that. I love when there's a story behind food, because, you know, we think about the food itself, but we sometimes neglect to think about the restaurant and what it represents as a place for everyone to feel comfortable and feel, you know, loved and embraced, and in your way, you know, flourish, where a community can come together as one. And, you know, Ybor City is so near and dear to the hearts of this incredible history of this city that it's just incredible that you guys are such a driver of that right now along 7th Avenue. For Kalia's recipe for her collard green dip, it's available at our website, dinnerdeas.com, with all the amounts, all the ingredients, and all of the directions, and this show ready for you to watch again anytime you want. Scan the QR code to get right there. Now, did I do good with the crostini for you?
It looks amazing.
It looks good. Can I put these into the oven then?
please.
Fantastic. All right, I'm putting these into the oven here. And then this gives me the whole fun part because now we're getting into the cheeses. And
Yes.
fun-filled fact, okay, I'm a little bit of a nerd. I was number 3 in the state of Connecticut for cheese eating. You could put like a platter of cheese in front of me and be like, that was this, that one's that. So what do we have inside this?
Okay, so I just added some shaved prom.
Okay.
That's to give it, the saltiness.
Nice.
Smoked Gouda, which is one of my favorite cheeses.
Love it.
That's gonna bring the smokiness and bring everything together.
Okay.
Then I added some truffle prom seasoning into it. And then I'm gonna top it with the a cheese blend I have over there.
Oh, I love it. Now, is this on the menu right now?
No, this is not on the menu yet, and I need your help too, Jeff.
Okay. How can I help you?
Well, at 7th and Grove, we tell a story, right?
Yeah.
Every food item on our menu is named after a song.
Okay.
Every cocktail is named after an artist. So I need your help to help me name this dish.
Let me get some thought into this one here because like you could have so much fun with this.
Yeah, so whatever your favorite song is, tell me. What's your favorite song?
Oh, I mean right now, I'm getting back into Toro y Moi, who I think is he's got just a cool chill wave kind of a vibe to him. Super comfortable this time of the year for me. I can just jam out with him and I can get down with some food because this is the season where there's a lot of cooking that's happening and I can put him on. So, Buffalo.
Buffalo?
Buffalo is my favorite song from Toro y Moi. Maybe there's something there. I don't know.
All right, we'll
I
call
don't
it.
know. We got to think about it over the break because I'm going to actually give it a lot more thought because our Cuban bread is baking away 2 ways, that bread pudding and for the crostinis for our dipping. And when we come back, choosy lover. No, that's not my handle on Tenor. Ladies, I'm already married, so how dare you? It's actually a dish straight off Kalia's menu and we'll be showing you what it is, how to make it, just what the name means, ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. Our guest today is Kalia McDuffie from 7th and Grove Restaurant and Lounge in Ybor City. And before the break, we made a brand new dish, which isn't even on her menu yet, a collard green dip, as well as her dishes. It's going to be named after a song, okay? So during the break, I checked into my Apple, my phone here, to check out the most listened songs. I said it was Toro y Moi, and Ordinary Pleasure is a fantastic song choice name for you there because this takes the ordinary pieces of, this dish, but takes it to a whole new extreme, which it sounds like is what you guys do, okay? So with eating and vibing and flourishing, this one might have to make your playlist.
Yes.
All right, but we're talking a little bit more about the entree. So now that it's time for the new dish, this one has already been done with a song choice. Choosy Lover Chicken? I'm not too familiar with that. That's not on my playlist. So tell me a little bit about that song.
Choosy Lover is a song by the Isley Brothers.
Okay.
I grew up my parents love music. Love, 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 love.
What's going on inside our dish? Because this is the story I want to be telling.
A Choosy Lover is our take on a chicken Alfredo.
Okay.
Adding collard greens.
Okay.
And we're frying chicken. We sauteed our garlic.
Okay.
Got that nice and hot. Added some heavy cream. Now I got some cream cheese. I'm softening.
To get Kalia's recipes for the Choosy Lover Chicken, the newly named collard green dip, and her Cuban bread pudding, head to dinnerdeas.com. Just get your phone, and when you're done checking your most played songs, scan the QR code and head to our site. And look, that's breaking down nicely.
Yes.
Very
so
nice.
now I'm going to add in some seasonings.
Okay.
I have black pepper.
Okay.
I'm going to add a little salt, some red chili flakes.
I'm already in on it.
And people are scared of red chili flakes. They think it makes everything spicy, but not I.
Nuh-uh. But if you don't want to put it into your recipe, you don't need to, folks at home. But this is the way we want to have it today.
Right. And now I'm adding a secret
The
ingredient,
secret ingredient.
lemon pepper.
Lemon pepper. I thought you were going to go with
Lemon
love.
pepper.
But no, lemon pepper is the
Lemon
secret
pepper.
ingredient. And that came out of door number 3.
Yes, so I'm going to stir all this up.
Okay.
Got everything broken up.
Now, Kalia, do you like cooking at home?
I love cooking. I was raised with food. I was raised with the church. I was raised just, in our community, in our home, food represents love. Food brings us together. Whenever there is a fight, whenever after a church service, after a wedding, what do we all do?
You sit around the table.
We eat.
You eat.
We eat. We eat and we have a good time.
Yeah.
Food brings us together.
I love that. I absolutely love that. I mean, that's the way life should be, is that food is the bond. It's the glue that brings us together, and you said it so beautifully.
Now look at this. Look how good that looks.
Absolutely. I just wanted to get the bread out and just start dipping away on this. I mean, come on now. I see there's some cheese there. I'm like, all right, let's just go straight into it there. I mean, come on.
We got it broken up nice and good. So
Very
we're going to
cool.
add some shaved prom.
Okay.
And remember that shaved prom gives you an extra bit of saltiness, but not too much.
I like it.
And once again, we're cheese junkies.
Okay. I cannot fault you on, the cheese factor, okay? I like it. I like it cheesy.
So now I'm going to add the collard greens.
Okay, perfect.
So we're doing this the Grove way, right?
And now these were already cooked as well?
These are already cooked, seasoned collard greens.
Perfect. So, I mean, literally, folks, you've got an appetizer, an entree, and dessert. And look at how much of the ingredients we're using throughout. There's a common thread here.
Yes, so you notice, right?
It's efficiency, folks.
Add some wine.
Okay. Do you have a preference in wine that you're adding into this?
I love to drink.
Period. End of sentence.
Well, my personal favorite
Okay.
is butter.
Okay.
But this in here we're using cupcake.
Okay. Okay. Very cool.
So, yep.
All right. So we got a little bit of some white wine that just went into it there. And then we also have to add a little bit of lemon juice, you said?
Lemon juice. We're going
Okay.
to add a little lemon juice, and then we're going to add a little more. We're going to add now some pico.
Okay. Now, how about the chicken, though? Because, you've teased me with this whole, I'm mesmerized by what's happening here, but then I'm like, hey, we still got chicken. We still got hot oil.
Yes.
Can I help you here?
Yes,
All
let's
right,
get it going.
Now, what did you do with your chicken? How did you get this, and what type of chicken are we working with?
Okay, so we season all our meats, all our proteins at 7th and Grove, we season.
Okay.
We let them marinate, we brine. So our chicken tenders we brine with pickle juice, and our seasoning we use is a blackening we make in-house.
Okay.
It consists of chili powder, garlic powder, onion powder, a little complete.
Okay.
So that gives everything, it's Grove flair
Okay.
and flavor. And then we do the same thing with the flour.
Perfect. Then we're just going to go straight into the oil?
Straight into the oil.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. This is a very therapeutic piece of it. I do like the dredging of meats because it's just kind of it's fun, it's just kind of calming, and it just kind of sets you into, I don't know, just a nice happy mode. Because it's going to go take into a nice hot bath of flavor here.
And we're going to let her simmer.
Well, our choosy lover chicken fries, we're taking one last break. And when we come back, we'll taste test all three of our dishes ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. Today we've been joined by Kalia McDuffie from 7th and Grove Restaurant and Lounge over in Ybor City. She shared 3 culinary creations: her choosy lovers chicken in a cheesy sauce with linguine, plus a collard green dip and the Cuban bread pudding we started at the top of the show. So walk me through this dish here because I am dying to go into this one here. What should I be tasting?
Okay. I want you to taste the tenderness of the greens, remember? That was a big thing with us.
Okay.
I want you to get that lemon zest, the buttery oak from the wine. I want you to experience that.
And then some.
Yes.
Because it's actually the cream cheese that's bringing so much of this together and playing in harmony with all the flavors. Now I'm getting a little bit of the acidity.
Yes.
Now I'm getting that in the back. Nice. Nice. This is really, really good. I'm going back for another second bite on this one here. Now you got to help join me on this one here.
Yes, yes. I want to see your first reaction.
It was a winner. A winner here. Winner chicken dinner on that one. but then also this beautiful dip. I mean, what should I be going into on this one here?
That one, I want you to try the smokiness of the Gouda cheese and all the cheese blending together.
Okay. That would set the tone for an awesome meal.
Yes.
We started with the entree first in a few bites, but that puts you on a culinary journey. You do get that smokiness that's coming through. You do get, and I'm digging everything about the collard greens again because it's just a beautiful way of bringing soul food together. Now, I cannot not have dessert though, and neither can you. So,
oh yay!
Come on now. We made the agreement that this is kind of one person, but it could be two because thanks for coming into the Dinner DeeAs kitchen today.
Yay.
This was absolutely fun. Let's go straight into it. And I'm gonna, a little bit warm there. Oops. One bite.
Food fight.
Food fight. Food fight, and you are the winner on that one. Absolutely, hands down, the winner on that one. I concede you won that one. That is absolutely fantastic because there was no competition. This is an absolute winner of a dish. Thanks again to Kalia McDuffie. Her link to 7th and Grove Restaurant and Lounge is at our website, dinnerdeas.com, along with all of our recipes from today's show. Scan that QR code to get right over to us. And while you're there, let us know if you cooked anything we've made. Thanks for watching. I'm Jeff Philbin. See you next time for more Dinner DeeAs.